Oh, the mic was muted. Shrimp-interesting. Okay. It wasn't that it was picking up the wrong source, it just was muted. Well, that's an easy enough fix. What is going on? What's up? What is happening? Okay. Just so excited to go kill things. Ugh. We had... I was gonna say a busy day, except it wasn't really. We went to the office and filed a bunch of stuff, and we were done like halfway through the day, and I spent the entire rest of the day reading fic on my phone. Oh, D&D. It was great. We went overtime because I was very, very... I very much wanted to get through the point that I was trying to get to, the reveal, the big, hey, the wizard's lying to you, has manipulated your brother. Oh boy! Oh no! Yeah, there's no way that's gonna cause any problems, right? Good lord. Well, here's hoping that, that gets fixed, cause yikes. Oh, man. So I had a whole bunch, honestly, right? I've seen, I haven't been in a band. I haven't done, like, musical stuff, or band or an orchestra. But I've seen... That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna get the fucking flower crown. But I've been in choir. Musicians, you know? That one. That's the button. Oh my god. I can do shit. Anyway, the D&D was excellent. I had a whole bunch of, like, small encounters planned out to kind of, like, lead up to the big reveal. They all took so much longer than I expected. One of them was just like, and you're in the forest, and then a couple of ghasts are gonna fight you. And it's kind of like, oh no, person whose backstory this quest is about. These are the creatures that attacked you and your brother all those months ago. This is the inciting event for your backstory. Let's do that one. That seems like it could be a cool quest. And so it's like, do you resist the fear that you now feel? And it's like, yes, it was fine, actually. And then, oh damn. And then they, actually I'm gonna take cold. Let's take the lads. And then there was this whole thing where the wizard was like, I know, like, that it's always like that the very first Pokemon there, like, it just throws a Pokemon out there before the chat actually starts, and then it's like, oh, you didn't catch it. I'm like, because I didn't know it was an option, my dude. I feel like I should just start chucking a Pokeball the first thing I do when I enter the chat. Just throw one. I'm sure there's a Pokemon pending somewhere. I don't know if I made them cry. I stressed them out a lot. There was a whole thing where the wizard is like, I've now convinced you the party has met me, and I have now convinced you that maybe I'm not the worst person in the world. And maybe you should help me. So why don't you go, I'm definitely on the level. I'm definitely trying to help your brother. Can you please go get me this item? a bunch of kobolds have it. Please go fetch this for me. And then they go there, and the little lizardy dudes are just like, oh, he's so totally lying to you. He gave it to us to begin with. He's just hoping that you'll kill us and take it back so that we don't out his secret. So they went back, and it's like, oh yeah, he totally knows that he's been found out. Oh, this is gonna be bad for me. Like, we're just gonna go in this way, actually. They did not! This quest took so much longer than it needed to, though. They show up there. We should get behind him. Oh shit, it's a big guy. Don't shoot me. 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 Don't come at me. I'm gonna go anywhere I want, thank you very much. It was so funny. They got there. Oh, he's a big guy. They got there, and the very, very first thing they say are just like, well, do they speak common? Maybe we should just go, like, talk to them. Maybe they're chill. And then they immediately threw that out the window in favor of coming up with increasingly elaborate, stupid plans. The first one was they had a magical item. They won't be able to hurt anyone again. They had a magical item, a trinket, really. It doesn't really do much. That is a rock that screams when you throw it. And so they came up with a great genius plan to throw the rock, lure the sentries out. Oh, okay. Sir August is dead. If this continues, we'll lose everything we worked for. We must do something. Send all the men out, everyone who can fight. I'm heading to the Exalted Plains. There's still some freemen hiding out there. We can regroup. Emery. Yeah. I mean, I love to give them really stupid items that have, like, no mechanical benefit. When Samson made this deal, we promised you the Dales if you could hold them and keep the roads open for our supplies. Too difficult a concept to grasp, I see. Enough of your fumbling. The Red Templars will deal with the Inquisition. Right, Captain Carroll. No, it just screams. It simply screams. No words, just screaming. Even Mafrath the Betrayer had a part to play. Who are we to say elves do not? From a sermon given by Sister Amity at the conclusion of the Exalted March of the Dales. Okay. It just nope. Just wordless screaming. And so they're like, we're gonna throw it outside the gates, and then they're gonna send the guards out to take a look and see what it is. And then when they do that, we sneak in. If they leave the gates open, we sneak in. Nah, that's that makes it too complicated. The point is that I love to give them items that really they're not really good for much. Well, they've lost it. They lost the rock. So can't do that. The entire point is that it does one mostly useless thing. I'm going to give you a bunch of, like, weird items that do one not particularly useful thing, and then if they can find a way to actually make that thing work, genius. It's brilliant. I can't give them too many options. That stifles creativity. But they're like, we're going to throw the rock, and if they send the guard out and they leave the gate open, then we sneak in. If they close the gate, then we kill the guy and search his body to try and find keys. And I'm like, I've described this gate. It's like a wooden palisade thing with, like, it's a gate that opens manually from the inside. There's no lock. They searched through this. They didn't kill the guy. They sent, the kobolds sent one guard out. Our monk choked the guy into unconsciousness, searched his body, and he had, like, 7 gold and a couple of shiny rocks. And it's like, oh, there's no keys. This is not a gate that locks with keys. August has made progress in the Exalted Planes. We are together in this, but Maker's breath, how that irks me. That weapon, or whatever secret is hidden in those glyphs, is mine by rights. Malefant trusts me most. Bah, he won't have it. Not while I live. I'm the most fun. The problem is you have to constantly combat, feature creep. If you give them too many things with too much versatility, then they become way too powerful, way too fast. You have to... Oh, don't shoot me. You have to give them very, very limited options. And then let them find a way to take this useless thing and make it useful. There's a bad guy over here. Let's go get that guy. Hello? No, because that implies something specific about it. Like, this is the most general, non-specific item possible. Like, what does screaming mean? If something curses when you dropped it, that implies, first of all, that it is a person capable of rational thought. It implies, specifically that something has been dropped or fallen. This is just a scream. That tells you almost nothing except that there was a weird noise. So do something clever with that. But you have to, like, the thing that I'm realizing after, what, 5-6 years DMing now, which is honestly, in the grand scheme of things, not that many. The shipments are prepared, and once again, the rats from Watcher's Reach are getting in my way. One woman got far enough into my camp to look in the crates. Scrounging for food, no doubt. Sneaky little peasants. Perhaps traps next time. The thing that I've learned over, 6 years DMing is that you never expect what's gonna give your players a weird advantage that you never intended. No matter how carefully you think about it and how much you plan for things and be like, I'm gonna give them just a little bit. I do. I have little things on my fingers because I'm trying to take off my manicure. And so inside this, there are little bits of cotton that are soaked in nail polish remover. So they sit there and soak off the gel polish because I don't know if you can see, but they're halfway chipped off, and I have to remove the bits that are left because that looks disgusting. Anyway, I've learned through hard experience that I absolutely cannot give them too much, or else it completely undermines literally everything I'm trying to do. Or anyone who paints their nails. I know guys that paint their nails. Yeah. It is true that it is mostly a thing that women do. But anyone can do it if they want to. Yeah. I mean, it's just colors. It's all good. I'm gonna destroy that. Anyway. So, I don't need two of those. They then thought, okay, well, what if we set the wall on fire? Which honestly I should have seen coming. They do love arson. Good luck! Good luck! I hope things aren't too chaotic. Did you get some stuff accomplished? The fuck is that? Oh, okay. I'm gonna fuck with that. Let's go into this villa. What's the worst that could happen? I love saying that. It's not the haunted one. This isn't the this isn't the haunted one. It is. I don't remember. Good lord. I am in the Emerald Graves, which is where I spent most of last week. I am... Oh,
the Freeman's leader should be holed up here. This place has seen better days.
Is this the haunted mansion?
When did they arrive?
A few hours ago. He's talking with them now.
Let's kill them. I am dealing with the leader of the Freeman in here. You know what? Let's just go through here, actually.
We should look around.
Part of a key. There's a rune inscribed on it. Or part of one.
Interesting. Like, let's actually deal with this general dude before we go anywhere else. Yeah. Sorry. Actually, wait. I'm gonna level up the guys. I'm not gonna level myself up because I'm saving that point for when I haven't unlocked my specialization yet, and I really need to be able to pour points into that. Misty Step, or I'm sorry, Fade Step. Misty Step is a D&D move. These. Yeah, that'll. You cannot yet unlock this ability. Why not? Oh, he only had 1 point. Okay. It was just Dorian. That's fine. All right. So then they thought, well, okay, so the wood, let's not immediately jump to setting that on fire. Maybe we can do something else. Let's sneak around the edge of the thing and see if there are any pipes or things leading out of the place that we can crawl through it. I'm like, no, it's a rough stockade in the middle of a forest. They don't really have a lot of plumbing here, so there's nothing there. They found the manure pile where they carry out all of their refuse from the stronghold and dump it there. And I was trying to imply to them that, like, maybe they're chill. Maybe they're nice guys. It's like, listen, there's a big pile where they've carted all the shit out of the fort. But someone has made a nice, honestly, a really cute little garden next to it to take advantage of all the free fertilizer. It's this very cute little thing. It's very orderly and organized. Looks like someone's taken a lot of care with it. Meanwhile, they left the rogue over there, and then they go up to the gate. The worst talker in the party, the one whose backstory this is about, the worst talker in the party, just be like, hey, I was traveling through here and I heard you all have some magic items. Could I learn? I'd love to study them. I'd love to learn more about them. And they're just like, what? What are you talking? First of all, who told you this? How'd you hear about this? And then she tried to bribe her way into the fort with shiny rocks, and they're sitting there like, okay, you do understand how condescending that sounds. Like, that's not legal tender. We can't use that to buy anything. Do you think we're stupid? And eventually they managed to talk their way into the place. Hold up, let me read this. Malphant kept several journals. This one spans the time Malphant spent as a sergeant in the Imperial Army. I see Laurent's death in my mind all the time. The man who killed her, one of the usurper's soldiers, was familiar. I wouldn't be surprised if I once shared a drink with him. Isn't that how it is now? Brother against brother. The priests tell me to remember Laurent's life, not her death. So I try to recall years past. The countless times she saved me. The day we first met when I was a young recruit who almost pissed himself at her barked orders. Because of her, I learned discipline and control. She instilled in me pride in what we did. She taught me how to use a sword. More importantly, she taught me how to keep it sheathed. She was fearless, strong, regal. She was cut down like a common peasant by someone we may once have known. Will anyone remember her? Will Celine? Some pages later. There's a new soldier in our battalion. Gordian. He's an odd fellow with an accent I can't place. Like he'd spent time in the marches. It doesn't matter in the end. He's been a comfort listening to me talk about those who died. He also lost friends in Celine's war. And he's tired like we are. He said a very wise thing. There is no war without soldiers. The Empress can't wage her war if we refuse to fight. Orlais should belong to Orlesians. You gotta be very careful with that kind of sentiment there at the very end, but a lot of that I do sympathize with. Ooh, what's out here? Is there enemy? Anyway, it was painful. It was one of the most painful conversations I've heard in a long time. Oh! Eventually managed to get in. They talked to the dude, and they were just like, they learned. Oh yeah, no. He's absolutely been lying to you this entire time. He's not a cool dude.
That seems to be the last of them.
Looks like that was the man in charge.
We've struck a blow against the Freemen.
They chose the wrong friends.
They sure did, buddy. A letter bearing the Templar seal. Have a chat with Malafent. Make sure everything's running smoothly. While there, see if any of his men might wish to volunteer their services in Emprise de Lyon. We could always use a few more. Be discreet. Malafant's still useful. I doubt he'd remain so if he thinks we're stealing his soldiers.
Red
Yikey!
Templars. Why not?
Seems we interrupted their meeting with the Templars.
They wanted something. It's still here.
Cool, I love that. So then they went back, and they were just like, listen, we're gonna try and get the drop on him. Foolishly thinking that I was gonna let them accomplish anything. I'm like, this is a very important backstory. Do you think we're gonna knock this one out in an evening? We're just gonna resolve this one real quick. Story over, no worries. No. Like, come on. He's been scrying on you this whole time. Lady Morel's diary. The diary of one of the villa's former owners. The current occupants tossed it roughly aside. All this fuss over Gaspard and Celine. The talk was amusing enough. Now we hear of conflicts between the Imperial Army and the soldiers supporting that usurper. The thought of them coming here is frightful. Mother is right. Our most fashionable acquaintances will summer in the city. We should do the same. Ramond is stubborn, of course. All his little tricks and trinkets are here. I indulge his eccentricities, mostly to annoy Mother, but we cannot have everything sent to Valroyo on such short notice. He does insist we keep Artem on. He refuses to do without the man's services. I suppose he views Artem as another piece of his collection. Still, such devotion to a servant. They got there, and it's like, he's been scrying on you this whole time. He knows the jig is up. They got back. The tower door, the door of the wizard's tower was locked. He 100% knew they were coming. He was down in the basement. Yeah. Often you would get people, I know this from reading a lot of Regency novels, you get people who would spend the season, right, to summer in a place means that you spend the summer there. I believe the season... Yeah, it is not a separate... Yes, it is a noun, but they're using it like a verb. Summer, the season, is a noun, but when you use it as a verb, it means to spend the season there, the season of summer. I believe the season, initial caps in English, the English edition. I think the season started in the fall. It certainly went over winter, and I believe you would spend the winter in the city. That's simmer. That's simmer, and that means to heat until it bubbles. In this case, it literally just means to spend the summer in this place. You'd have during the season. Oh, here we go. Sexuality in Thetis. This is a great bit of world building, and I wish that a lot of the gameplay and dialogue actually supported it. What I find most interesting is that, despite the lack of open discussion on matters of human sexuality, there is commonality to be found on the subject in all Andrastian lands. Typically, one's sexual habits are considered natural and separate from matters of procreation, and only among the nobility, where procreation involves issues of inheritance and the union of powerful families, is it considered of vital importance. Yet, even there, a noble who has done their duty to the family might be allowed to pursue their own sexual interests without raising eyebrows. The view on indulging lusts with a member of the same gender varies from land to land. In Orlais, it is considered a quirk of character and nothing more. In Ferelden, it is a matter of scandal if done indiscreetly, but otherwise nothing noteworthy. In Tevinter, it is considered selfish and deviant behavior among nobles, but actively encouraged with favored slaves. Nowhere is it forbidden, and sex of any kind is only considered worthy of judgment when taken to awful excess or performed in the public eye. Oh, okay, that does actually... no, that wasn't it. The one that I am irritated about is, the way they're like, and there's no difference in how the genders are treated. And then literally, minutes into the game, you are faced with misogyny. And it's like, alright, yeah, sure. Oh my god, why is there so much to read in here? What was I saying? Oh yeah, summering in a place. And before that, D&D. Anyway, the season was like a period of time, I think, when in the colder months when like rich people would socialize in the city, and then you'd go off to your various vacation homes during the summer that are usually out in the country. All right, D&D. They got back to the tower, and he totally knew they were coming, and so he's just like, really, did you really think that you were going to be able to deal with me? Did you think that this was gonna go well for you, actually? That I wouldn't know what's going on, but actually, it's so awful. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. They were just like, the wizard was just like, honestly, though, I would apologize for lying to you, except, like, someone else has been lying so much worse, haven't they? And he revealed that our monk, Talia, her brother is not actually still unconscious, and he's awake, and the wizard has, in fact, turned him against her and he thinks that she's lied to him and is secretly in on a plan um, being run by their monk teachers to do something dastardly. Basically, it's just an excuse to have her brother fight her and make things feel real bad. And so they fought him for a little while. But he's very, very strong. And after a couple rounds of battle, he teleported the two of them away. But I think I did pretty well because she dropped in the group chat. I know. It was really, really good. He was like, I'm so proud of it. He's just like, aren't you tired of lying all the time, Talia? Do you even know how to tell the truth anymore? You lied to me, and then you went out and found a whole new group of people to lie to, which especially hit hard because she had literally, like, it had just come out recently that she had been lying to the entire party about the items she was sending back to this wizard. And so it's like, oh no, oh no. But anyway, I think this is going, I'm planning for this to be like a, an ongoing plot thing where the brother is being manipulated. I know, yeah. The brother is being manipulated into helping this guy because of something about their ancestry, that is a key to this guy's plan. And, he's seeking out like a number of different things in a bunch of different places, and if they can figure out what he's trying to do, then they can try and beat him to each of these places to make sure he doesn't get the components that he needs, and eventually have a big showdown and break the mind control on her brother. That's the goal. But she had just like dropped into the group chat here. She's like, I had to lie awake in bed this morning for half an hour, trying to wrap my mind around what happened last night. And I'm like, yeah, got him! The journal of one of the villa's former owners, current occupants have tossed it aside. Artem is the very soul of discretion. I could have a Templar to dinner and they would be none the wiser. If the Templars hadn't gone off to do maker knows what, I might try it. Valerie complains, but the Empress herself has such an advisor, why not me? His services are useful and no one could better ensure our security. No matter, the distractions of the city will ease her mind soon enough. Oh, so Artem was a mage. Okay, very cool. I love how rich people just leave boxes of valuables lying around places. No, that takes me outside. I want to go outside. I need to stay. I haven't been over there yet. So true. Oh, congrats. Everything here. That's the way I'm searched over here yet, though. No, we did not. Let me, boys, I need to come out here onto this porch because I have to loot the men that I killed here. Then we may proceed into, what is it? The East Hall, the dining hall. And we got everything here. Great. Oh. Honestly, right? It is. It is a little bit weird. A neatly penned note addressed to the villa's former owner. My lord, everything is in order for your departure. I've granted leave to all non-essential staff and arranged transportation for the time you requested. I have taken the liberty of securing the more valuable items in your personal storeroom. I trust you will find everything to your satisfaction. Artem. Yes, fireplace. Place where there is fire. Okay, so we haven't found the third bit of key. But perhaps it is up here. Been into this part of the house yet. Oh, Crystal Grace. I do need Crystal Grace. Hurry up, I don't need that. Goodness. That it? Yeah! Find a way to reassemble the ruined key. Oh, I know what this is. That is a good question. The chantry story of the exalted March of the Dales paints the picture of the righteous faithful arrayed against the heathen savages. But I have long studied the Dales, and I find the acceptable version of the tale to be a poor one, laden with overt pro-chantry and pro-human biases. Thus, it is my moral imperative to propose an alternate interpretation. That the exalted March of the Dales was nothing more than an expansionist ploy hiding behind the mask of faith. I like this already. Yes, that's exactly it. It is easy to see on any map how large the Dales are. More importantly, they stand between Orlais and the rest of the south, and would likely have represented a significant obstacle to the Empire's expansion into Ferelden. Naturally, we stood to benefit from propagating the narrative of a hostile, unreasoning people and attacking innocent missionaries and making blood sacrifices of good Andrastian babies. The likely truth is that the elves merely wished to maintain sovereignty over lands promised to them by Blessed Andraste herself, when the humans showed clear intent to undermine their autonomy. Of course, the elves reacted by becoming increasingly isolationist, which suited the Empire perfectly. Here was a kingdom that spurned diplomatic overtures, and that refused to lend aid during the Second Blight when the Darkspawn attacked Mont-Simard. The Dalish kingdom could not be anything but a dormant threat, one that needed to be crushed before it awoke. Scholars point to the massacre at Red Crossing as the impetus for the Chantry's declaration of an exalted march on the Elven Kingdom in the Dales. They conveniently ignore the fact that no one alive truly knows what happened at Red Crossing or why the elves attacked. The Chantry's response to the elven aggression that resulted in the slaughter of hundreds was predictable. But in light of my thesis, perhaps we should re-examine the events of Red Crossing and wonder if the attack was truly unprovoked, or whether it is possible that someone saw benefit in sacrificing an entire village to justify the subjugation of an entire people. From A New Perspective on the Exalted March, a pamphlet by an anonymous author published by the University of Orlais in 912 Dragon. Yeah, I wonder why this was an anonymous author. This could not have been a popular paper. But they're so right. Literally what was going on.
Red
Here.
Lion.
They were smuggling for the Templars.
Not anymore.
Malfant kept several journals. This one details the founding of the Freemen of the Dales. No! That is lag. I can see myself frozen there on the screen. Whoops. Yeah. It's frozen. Is my voice still getting through, or is everything frozen? Okay, network error. Load. Same. mean, that's good. My screen still hasn't popped back up again. Let me try and reload the page. Gonna work? Okay, yes? Yes. Yes, I think we're back. Do believe, yes. Perfect. Here we go. How very irritating. How vexing. Anyway, back to Maliphant's journal. Auguste and I have established outposts in the Emerald Graves. We are spreading the word to both armies. I'm sick of good Orlesian men and women dying for someone else's cause. It ends now. Orlais should belong to us, the people who defend her borders, who till her fields. If we're to fight and kill for something, let it be that. Several pages later. Nice. Templars approached us. They're not the order I knew, but they have offered weapons and gold if we help bring their supplies through the Emerald Graves. If we are to free the Dales from the grasp of the nobility, we need what they have to offer. It's a deal with a demon, but our cause is worthwhile. Well, the problem is, much as I love Fairbanks, and much as I don't agree with the Freeman's methods, I find their motivation hard to argue against. So far, at least from what Maliphant's been saying, he's mostly concerned with, hey, so the nobles have us going out there and fighting each other and dying for their own gain. This kind of sucks. We're all pawns in these games that the royalty and the nobility are playing with each other, jockeying for power. And the people who actually suffer and die is us. We're the ones who take the brunt of this. And if we're going to fight and die for anything, it should be for the right to maintain and better our own livelihoods and our own lands. And I'm just sitting here like, I mean, he's got a point. Honestly, fuck all these rich knobs. A note addressed to the villa's former owner lies next to an unusual device. Lord Morel, I posed a few questions to my contacts in the White Spire. Discreetly, of course, lest they want the peace for themselves. From what I can gather, the device, rustically named Illyrium Epperlan, I don't know how to pronounce it, is meant to restore broken runes. They're not widely used. Some suggest that if the rune were affixed to an object, the device could restore the item itself, although I was unable to confirm the truth of this. This is purely academic, as it requires a mage to function. It is nevertheless a rare piece, prized among the collectors of curiosities. I trust you are pleased with the purchase. Sincerely, Emile Fabre, collector and purveyor of unique ephemerae. Right? And then I will energize. And now we have a key. Oh, and a mosaic piece. We'll take that, thank you. And it turns out that they were using, the Templars were using them to smuggle red lyrium as well. And it's like, poor bastards. But like, I can't. They make good points. Obviously, I don't love the fact that the Freemen are just going out and murdering random people on the road. Like, that's bad. That's not, you should not be doing that. The whole not wanting to exist purely to go out and die for a noble's agenda, I mean, I'm kind of on board with that. Maliphant, I'm sending men to discuss some changes. It's nothing dire. You'll find the demands perfectly reasonable. We're willing to compensate you for any inconvenience. I want our relationship to be mutually beneficial. It's been going so well, each of us with our crusades. See. That would be Carol.
Why have so many things if you never see them?
Baby boy. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I wish more of these things surprised me. And yet... But anyway, yeah, another thing that bugs me about a lot of the writing in these games, in Inquisition in particular, is that so much of it is focused on... It's like the main message is, we have to preserve the status quo. We can't let things change too much here. Because anyone looking to turn the established order on its head and completely change everything is probably just gonna cause a lot of destruction. And you know, can't you just think of all the people who will be hurt by this? And it's like, okay, but just look at all the people who are being hurt under the current system. Do they matter less? Thank you. Like the main choices in... Oh, I'll take that, thank you. The main choices in the Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts thing being like, are you going to let Celine die or are you going to save her? And like, unless you do more digging and specifically seek out a more obscure third option, your two default choices are to support one of the two established powers. You're an organization based on the dominant imperialist religion in Thedas, and you have very little opportunity to question that. And if you do, half of your companions, like, get really bitchy at you about it. Why do you think Cassandra didn't like me so much at first? Because I'm just like, okay, but the Chantry kind of sucks. So much of the game is like, it's punishing you for questioning the way things are. And, listen, I gotta say, I don't love that. I don't love what's going on here. What if I want to, completely upend the system? And then I did, exactly. Because I refuse to be punished for having correct opinions. No. Absolutely fucking not. I'm just gonna destroy these. I need to actually, like, upgrade most of these items that I have. Do we have extra items? It's not a bad one. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you. I will not be using any of these sigils. Okay, what do we got? The long walk to Halam Shiral. So this is, if I look through this here. Yeah. This is, does it? I have to take a look at that. Maybe. Possibly. I'll go back and look at the other one. This is about the trip, the journey that the elves made to the Dales after Andraste's first exalted march. After Andraste's death, Maferath and his sons gave the Dales to the elves to reward them for helping them. Many of the elves packed up and left their homes, having now been freed, and made an incredibly long journey in some cases to the Dales, and in this case to Halam Shiral. Definitely not mirroring any real-world historical events at all. No. So, this is apparently an account of some of those elves. Only 65 of our group made it to Halam Shiral. Some gave up. I was thinking more of the Trail of Tears, but some gave up, some sickened. That's, I guess, specifically American history. It's a thing that's been repeated in many places in the world, by many people. Some gave up. That is the forced march that many Native Americans had to make when they were displaced from their homes. I'd have to look up the exact details because it's been a long time since I read about it. Yeah, it's unfortunately not a unique story in the history of the world. Many people are forced to make long, painful journeys, either away from their homes because of injustice or desperately hoping to reach somewhere that they can start a better life. And that's what's happening here. So anyway, only 65 of our group made it to Halam Shiral. Some gave up, some sickened, especially the little ones. Bandits stalked us. My mother forgive me, I had to steal food. A child fought me for extra scraps of bread. A few days later, I carried her for miles after her legs gave out. She died shivering in my arms. I used to have a master, a mage. He fed me well, never beat me, even taught me how to read so I could do his accounts. But if he had a theory or a spell he wanted to test out, he'd get out his daggers, have the other servants tie me to a post, and carve furrows into my skin. I was so afraid. Every time I was sure I would die. But at worst I'd collapse, get bandaged up, and lie in bed too weak to move for days. The other slaves visited me in secret to survey the damage. I'd heal just enough before he needed blood again. That is why I traveled from Valdorma to the Dales with nothing but rags on my back. That is why there were 105 of us when we set out, all elven. That is why I fell to my knees and wept when we crossed through the gates of my new home, a village for my people. An anonymous account of the long walk as told to Brother Pecor of Ferelden. Cool. That sucks. Malafant kept several journals. This one appears recently written. Oh, okay. So this is one of the most recent ones. I don't know what we're doing anymore. Our hearts were pure when we started. I have to wonder if we've lost our way. The Templars are terrifying. When I speak to the Knight Captain, I feel uneasy. There is something unsettling about his eyes and voice. They keep making offers. More shipments to guard, more men to be escorted to their keep. No. No more grousing. I can't let my doubts show. Others take their cue from me. They must stay strong. It's just for a little while longer, then we'll get what we want. We'll be free. Yeah. Yep. But what's so upsetting about that is that even a trip that hard and that horrible was so much better than what they were leaving behind. And this is why, I don't know, it really, really doesn't work. It doesn't land. It doesn't feel like it doesn't, it's not plausible when when they later on in the game at various places are just like, I mean, but also let's consider that the elves weren't so great. And I'm like, did you even look at what you wrote here? Did you look at that? And you're gonna expect me to literally ever support the Chantry? the Chantry was not they were not the ones behind. Yeah. No wonder they're so bitter. Like, the Chantry weren't the ones who forced the long walk. Those elves were escaping from Tevinter. But knowing that, reading that, and knowing what the Dales meant to the elves, this was the one place in their cultural memory after the loss of Arlathan that they've ever been able to be their own masters. They're the only place that they have ever been truly free to live their lives. To finally, like, try and build up a community and a culture that's their own rather than living under the oppression of a society that views them as less than people. That is what the Dales meant to them. And then in an exalted march, it was an exalted march against the elves. So led by the Chantry. But as that other article, or as that other little pamphlet excerpt pointed out, what seems far more likely is that the motivation behind it was that Orlais looked at the elves, they looked at the Dales, and they saw the fact that the elves were getting too powerful, they're getting too independent, they're getting too uppity, they're standing in the way of really what Orlais wants to make their own. They would like all those lands for themselves, and they're standing in between them and Ferelden, which they would also like to conquer, and so they then had to use the Chantry to absolutely destroy them again. They took the Dales away from the elves again, the one homeland that they've been secure in centuries. They crushed that society again, forced the elves to assimilate where they could, which means live in human cities as second-class citizens, or they have to live in nomadic groups. That's why the Dalish are called the Dalish. They're remembering the Dales, the homeland that was taken from them. I'm sitting here like, and you're gonna look me in the face, Inquisition, and be like, okay, but think about all of the shitty things that the elves did. Maybe they weren't so great. And I'm like, no, that's bullshit is what that is. Don't try to both sides this nonsense. In the name of gray morality. That's not what gray morality is. That's just shitty writing. Do not try and both sides this nonsense. You do this with the elves, you do this with the mages. Absolutely not. There is one side here that is in the wrong. The key to writing gray morality is to give the player a choice where they may decide to take the action that is morally repugnant because it will lead to what they believe is a better outcome. They have to do the nasty, honestly, objectively wrong choice, and I say wrong in like a moral way, wrong choice in the hopes of making things better. And that's like, I mean, it's a kind of, are you going to allow the ends to justify the means? Do you think that that can be justified? Do you think that that can be a supportable position? And if you do think that, then, I mean, great, here you go. You can do that. Or are you going to take a stand in the immediate moment and say, no, I won't do this thing because I believe it's wrong, even if you know that it will lead to a worse outcome? That's gray morality, baby. And I feel like Origins did a far better job at this. And then later on in the series, they start to be like, oh, I feel like we're coming too close to taking an actual stand on an issue. Quick! We have to be like, oh, have you considered everyone sucks, actually? No, bullshit. Fuck that nonsense. You have the moral backbone of an eclair. Thank you. I saved the game. Take a fucking stand for once in your life. Absolutely disgusted. I'll tell you what gray morality is. It's putting me in a position where I genuinely, no matter what where I make the choice to put Balin fucking a Duke. Oh, I didn't. Whoops. Let me go back in real quick. I'm not that far away. I put Balin fucking a Dukin on the throne of Orzammar. Despite the fact that he is a horrible, power-grubbing, murderous bastard willing to sacrifice his own family for his own political gain. I'm willing to put him on the throne because I know that at the same time, he's the only person who's willing to give the castless a chance. I mean, it looks like the entrance hall is blue. You know what I think the difference may be? There may be more warm lighting here. Everything here has kind of like a golden yellowy glow to it. But I think even in the entrance hall here, everything is blue. Azuelas. I will take that. For sure. Anyway, no, it's not like I have strong opinions about the elves or anything. Let's go talk to Fairbanks. Nah, it's all good. I honestly could not remember either. Oh, also, completely, I've sidetracked. I've gone back to a previous thread of conversation. Sorry. Speaking of D&D, even though we haven't spoken of D&D for several minutes now. Speaking of D&D, I also went with my family to go see the D&D movie this weekend. So that was fun. I had a very good time. It's obviously not high art, and I would never argue that it is. But I really enjoyed it. I had a really good time. People were absolutely right when they said that it sagged a little in the middle. It lost a little bit of momentum, and it wasn't as...
dead. Hope she died slow.
Oh, okay. It wasn't as solid, like, at the halfway point. It started off real strong, really fun, got a little bit slow in the middle, and then at the end, absolutely great. I did tear up a little, but I'm also very easy to make cry in movies, so I don't know that that really means much. Hello, Fairbanks, how are you?
Saved my people. We'd given them up for dead. Perhaps the stories are true.
Yeah, I don't care.
I need to be going.
Sure.
Good day then.
I don't actually need to talk to you about anything else. Have I not? I spoke to
Any
you.
news, Inquisitor?
The Freemen have been defeated.
There we go.
They hurt so many of my people. Now it's finally over.
My
Thank you.
one beef
Perhaps with the Freemen
with
gone,
the
we
movie.
can find a proper home. Algon's Lodge was always well situated.
The one thing that I really
Inquisitor.
don't like about it, and that irritated me, though
I need
someone
to be going.
was able to hand wave it for me a little bit later on, is that Chris Pine's character, they kind of portrayed him in all of the promo materials, all of the other stuff, as a bard. Like, they show him very much, like, he's playing the lute, he's like, they set him up to be the bard of this group. And then you get into the movie, and he inspires people, I suppose? But in no other way does, as my sister put it, he has no class features. Like, everyone else is so completely their class. The sorcerer is a sorcerer. The barbarian is a barbarian. The druid's wild shaping all over the place. They're so completely a druid. The bard is just some guy who happens to have a lute. And I'm like, okay, well, sure. He inspires people, so, you know, bardic inspiration. Yeah, he's charismatic. That's great there. But, like, bards are spellcasters. Bards cast spells. That and the bardic inspiration are, like, the big things about bards. Yeah, and I guess he does that a little bit. But that's like, I don't know. There was just so little bard flavor about him. He could just be a particularly charismatic rogue. There wasn't a single charm person in the entire movie. What are we doing? Anyone can make a persuasion check. But as someone pointed out, the whole bard thing may be a more recent, like maybe he's like he was a harper earlier on. Maybe he was just more of like your standard dexterity fighter earlier. And he's only kind of recently pivoted to bard, if we're talking multi-classing here. They're like trying to figure out the mechanics behind like the character choices. It's very fun. I liked it a lot. It was especially fun because it's set in the Forgotten Realms, which is, my campaign is also set in the Forgotten Realms, but my particular version of it, where I take the lore and I get my hands all into it and I mush it around and I rearrange it the way I like best. But it's the same basic universe, and so I was seeing things in the movie where it's like, oh, Tribor, the name of that town where they meet the sorcerer. They come across him again and recruit him. In my campaign, my party literally passed through that town because I have the lightning rail running through that town. They've both been in that exact same spot. They showed a shot of the moon, and there's a little smattering of like what looks like asteroids hovering near it. And I'm like, oh, look at that, Tears of Selûne. I've been researching those for my own campaign recently. I'm like, I know. They pulled back at one point near the title piece to show an entire map of Faerûn, and I was like literally leaning forward in my seat to try and identify things that I knew. It was really fun. I don't know who first called this place Watcher's Canyon. I know it's named for the strange hooded figure overlooking the ravine. No one knows who he is. People in these parts always refer to him as the Watcher. He must have had an elven name. Perhaps he was one of their gods. None of the elves here can tell me. I don't think they even know anymore. And this cave, Watcher's Reach? Well, he's reaching down into it, isn't he? Maybe with him guarding us, we'll survive this war. From Fairbanks' journal. I enjoyed it. I had a really good time. Like I said, it's definitely not high art, but it was solidly fun. I had a good time. I definitely think it was worth going to see. Alright, so I need to try and find more Crystal Grace. Where is Crystal Grace? Oh, there's a... Hello? You have a quest.
Inquisitor, you saved Gertrude and the others. Thank you so much. This is bold of me, but if I could have a moment.
Sure, what do you need?
I'm here.
No, I get it.
This is about Fairbanks. There is a rumor that he is of noble blood. Once the war is over, many of us will return to serve our lords, to work our fields, raise their brats. And most of the aristocracy know little of the lives of commoners. They care nothing for us. Fairbanks is different. He is is a great man. There is much he could do if he had the power. If the rumor is true, if Fairbanks is noble and we have proof. Do you see what I'm saying?
Does Fairbanks know about this rumor?
He doesn't like it. And he won't let me discuss it. Stubborn ass.
What else do you know about Fairbanks?
He is a good man. He found us when we most needed him. He kept us safe. He doesn't like to talk about himself, so I actually don't know much about him.
This rumor about Fairbanks being noble, what do you want me to do about it?
Oh, I don't mean to impose, but you travel all over the Dales, don't you? Perhaps if you found something that could help. I've written everything I know in my journal. You can look at it.
Goodness. Clara writes mainly about life at Watcher's Reach. Her curiosity about Fairbanks is interspersed between detailed descriptions of foraging excursions. Watcher's Reach, day 30. I saw Fairbanks looking at an old gold medallion as I walked past him. It bore the image of some kind of bird and the motto, "To the sun on blessed wings." Odd. The old elf, Calder, has such stories. He talks about how Fairbanks helped people even before the war. Calder says there's some who think Fairbanks is actually of noble blood, not a commoner like he claims. I wonder if that has anything to do with the medallion. I pestered Calder some more. To make me stop asking, he told me the story of the Lamarck family. Lord Jerome Lamarck's only daughter fell in love with a chevalier in the service of Lord Giroux's enemy, and ended up with his child. Lord Giroux was furious and turned Bernice out of their home, then had her lover assassinated. Bernice never returned to her father and fled to the Dales. Her child was stillborn, but Lord Giroux eventually regretted what he had done and on his deathbed left all lands and titles to her, and all her offspring. Why would he have done that if he was certain the child died? I can't stop thinking about it. What if Fairbanks is really the Lamarck baby? Imagine all the good he could do if he was noble and inherited that fortune. But having him reinstated will take proof. After all I've heard of the Council of Heralds, there can be no doubt. Maybe the medallion? But anyone could have a trinket like that. There could be something here in the Dales to help me prove it, but I wouldn't know where to start. Oh yeah, absolutely. I would never go up there in a million years. I am so scared of heights. Yeah,
I'm
let's...
standing because of you. I've little to give, but I'll always be grateful.
I hope things are going well.
The supplies we salvaged from Cousteau's mine have been a great help. Thank you again for saving us.
I don't need to talk to him.
I'm glad we did that.
Me too, buddy. I'm glad we did that too. Let's make sure that we sell the things that we don't need. Oh, good for her. What? I wonder if I can talk to Fairbanks about it. I don't necessarily want to out the guy if he doesn't want to, if he doesn't want to be noble.
Inquisitor,
There's a rumor circulating that you're of noble birth.
oh, Clara, I told you not to pursue this. Pay that rumor no mind. I'm not noble, nor would I desire such.
I need to be going.
I'll be here.
Okay. Well, I wonder. Okay, before the dawn, we have to. Oh, let's do that one. Let's do that one. I think that could be fun. Let's go talk to Cullen. Maybe I could talk to everyone else. I don't know that we have any more quests, but, you know, it's always worth another check. That is a good question. I don't know. I don't remember. Good quest, Meriden.
Hey, you need me?
No, I
See you
don't.
later, Bull.
Nice talking.
Oh, yeah! Yeah. I did see that. Maleficent caught fire. Very dramatic. Oh, Sutherland.
Inquisitor, it was amazing. Sorry, slow down. Your quartermaster outfitted me, and I got trained to hunt the bandits near my home, in your name. I hired Voth here. Don't tell anyone, he's a mage. A good one, though.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you
know.
for trusting
I'm a
me,
mage
Worship.
too, buddy.
I'll pay you back, I swear.
Good work. Keep with the training. We'll need every hand.
Yes. Yes, your worship. We'll do just that. Won't we, Voth? He doesn't speak, but he's thankful too.
I saw him just walking free.
That was a decision, and it was well considered.
After what he did,
I knew many killed in war. Sadly, in a game of power decided by heirs, only one target matters.
you're a cold prick. You know that.
They were talking about Blackwall. I did wonder that, yeah. Yes.
You have a problem. That over there is a full tavern, but everyone's drinking alone. They're all up their own arses about the Inquisition.
Do we have a quest?
I can't have fun with everybody whinging, and they'll fall on their swords before Coryphanus can push them.
Coryphanus?
I'm thinking
there is.
pranks.
One of them is in Florida,
Set you
and
up,
one of them is in
knock a few down. You win
one
or
of them is in
not?
Florida, one's in California. Let's do it.
You have an odd idea of preparation. I need to keep them at their best.
What's best then, Mopey? Constantly ready for death to fall from the gaping hole up there.
It's got emojis. I want
know
it.
people. Pissed off and fired up is better than dreary Bleary. Come on.
Sure.
Lead the way.
What, really?
Really?
I knew you were different. Let's go.
We're gonna go play pranks on people. Okay, so what are we doing?
Right, General Uptight is gone. Have a search about. Find something to mess with and give your soldiers a laugh.
So what are we gonna do?
Right, General Uptight is
Right,
gone.
right.
Have a search about. Find something to mess with and give your soldiers a laugh. What, the desk? Oh yes, center of the Empire and all that.
I
What to
love
do,
this
what
quest.
to do.
All right, Sera. What do you want to do?
Thing looks heavy. Don't want to move or break it. I got it. Easy one. Just a slip of something under here. There, won't notice much, but it's just that little bit wonky. He's so in control that'll piss him royally. I tell one of the soldiers and boom, the general seems like people. And since he works for you, you seem like people. Come on, next one.
Yeah. Okay, what are we doing? This one always feels
Little lady
mean.
prissy pants. Have a look for something she likes too much.
I don't want to
Just the
prank
door.
Josie.
Where she greets
Holy
every
smokes.
important idiot. Yes.
Well, Sera, what do you have in mind?
Get a bucket. Classic, yeah? 5 minutes of sloppy boss gets you weeks of happy kitchen staff. Except for the one who cleans it up, I suppose. But whatever. Next up. What's that? A locked... No, leave that. Not interested in her hidden things. Not for just a bit of fun. Maybe feed her messengers something gassy? No, birds don't pop. But they flap and...
Who is up there?
Go!
Yeah, don't prank
That was
Liliana.
fun. An inquisitor of the people, still remembering you're one of them. If all they got was the herald stuff, the serious bit, you'd start to sound pretty scary. That works, but not for long.
Whatever it takes. I'd start throwing pies if it kept people inspired.
Pies is so good, and Coryphanus would never do that. Good thing for you, innit? Because from the bottom, everyone up top sort of seems the same. Anyway, fun time, Inquisitor.
You!
Oh, frig. You did it!
Nice.
Sera was never an agreeable girl. Her tongue tells tales of rebellion, but she was so fast and quick with her bow. No one quite
Let's
knew
talk
where
to
she
Cole,
came from.
my sweetest,
He was
babiest
their
boy.
enemy the whole time, but she made him forget, so he could change.
How would you like to get out of here? Maybe do something fun?
Cole,
I don't know. I've never tried.
Cole, would you like to go?
Come on.
Cole. Let's go get lunch. My son, let me take you out to lunch. My beautiful, sweet baby boy. Sweetest, babiest boy. I love Cole so much.
Inquisitor, you honor us with your presence.
Damn right I
May I
do.
bring a sampling of fine cheeses for you and your guests?
Sure.
I don't eat.
Well then, just a bottle of a fine Gislane White to start. Please enjoy your meal this evening, your worship.
You could try to eat, Cole. Now that you're more people-y.
He saw me.
Yeah.
They all see me.
I'm glad you've allowed them to.
I don't know if I did.
My baby.
I find people when their pain leaves them open. I ease the pain. I leave, they forget. That was enough for me. Now they remember, and I'm not sure...
All right there,
Cole.
bud.
I told you about Reese, the mage who could see me, my friend.
Yeah.
My only friend for a long time. Evangeline showed me that Templars could be kind, but even she...
Hey, what's up?
Cole, if this is troubling, we don't have to talk
What is
about
up?
it.
Gentle. You watch me walk into darkness over and over, and you always worry. Thank you. But this isn't about them. It's
I love
about...
Cole so much.
When I found out I wasn't human, when I grew, I lost Reese. I lost my only friend.
This is my son.
That's why I was scared about letting all these people see me. That's why I laughed.
You're laughing at yourself.
Yes. This world taught me that changing
I
means
know.
losing your friends.
Aw.
But now I know that doesn't have to be true.
Aww.
I have enough self to know that what I felt was foolish. Isn't it wonderful?
It is, Cole. I know,
another
that
good
trip is
step, Cole.
absolutely insane.
I might like being human. What do you think I'll learn next?
You could learn how to eat, buddy. Hey, bud, do you want to try a nice cheese? Would you like that? I love Cole so much. That's my son. How you doing there, bud? Talk? You want to talk to me?
I can talk with you.
You can, yeah.
May I ask how things are, now that you're more human?
It hurts.
Oof.
Everything hurts. Everyone remembers me now. I can only make them miss me for a few heartbeats. But I'm real. More real, anyway.
Oof.
And I understand
Back pain is
more
no
than I
joke.
You're still able to sense the feelings of others, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes, I still
good
feel
too.
things. Flashes of their minds. Pain, hurt, all of it. It's not so loud anymore. I make more noise myself, so I don't hear as much unless I want to. I remember more things, though. It lets me learn. I sometimes see why something I said would bother Cullen. Maybe I'll do it less.
Aww.
What's the difference between you and a spirit now?
Spirits are... they just are. Most of them sense something that interests them and stick to it. They don't remember much. It keeps them pure, but it also keeps them from learning, from growing. I wanted to help people, but I only knew enough to do it in the simplest way.
Crunchy already.
Now I can see more. I also want to hit people a lot. Varric is helping with that.
I love that. Ooh-wee. Oh. Oh. Oh, yes. That one. Oof, yeah. Definitely feeling that one. Man, I mean, I could see, I guess, why she would refuse. I assume it comes with less mobility. And also, it just, that feels dramatic and scary. I'm sure that it would help with pain in a lot of ways, but I also understand why someone might not want to make that trade-off. Oof. There we go. Thank you.
Are you still physically the same, or are you fully human?
I
Yeah.
was always fully human. I can do everything I could do before, except make people forget.
Yeah, I
The way
mean, once it
move
gets to a
comes
certain
from my
point, there's
mind,
very little
not
you
my
can
body.
do.
As long as I remember some of the Fade, it remains. My body is just like the real Cole's, except that he was a mage. I'm not.
Why aren't you a mage?
I can't know for sure, but the real Cole, his father beat him, killed his mother. His sister might have died, too. I don't know if that was real or what the demon made me think. Then the Templars threw Cole in darkness and starved him, all because he had magic. He thought that if he didn't have magic, I'm what he wanted to be. Him, but normal. So no one would hurt him.
Oh, so sad. Absolutely. I mean, sometimes that's really all you can do.
Why can't you make people forget you anymore?
Because I'm real. The forgetting was for both sides. They weren't frightened by me, and I wasn't hurt by them. Making people forget was a defense against people attacking me, and having what they saw in me stick.
He's so
Because
much
I'm real,
more
everything sticks. Whatever people think or feel about me stays.
concrete. The way he talks now is so much more, he talks more in specifics. When before he would kind of like talk around the edge of things and just describe how they felt. Now he's like talking about abstract concepts but in defined concrete ways. And it's like, look at the change in his writing. That's so cool.
Can you still help people if you can't make them forget?
It's harder. I can't start over if I do it wrong.
No,
But seeing me changes them. They know a person wants them to hurt less.
It
that helps.
Came up a little bit in his personal quest.
If you like.
Where this Cole, the Cole that we know, was originally a spirit from the Fade. He was a spirit of compassion. This Cole right here came from the Fade, a spirit of compassion. And he came through into the White Spire. And he was pulled through by the suffering of a mage there named Cole, who, as Cole just said, he had an abusive family. His father killed his mother, hurt Cole. Possibly his sister died because Cole had magic. And so then Cole was discovered and taken to the White Spire, where the Templars beat him there and locked him in one of the cells underground in the White Spire, forgot about him, and he starved to death. And while he was dying, and starving, this spirit, the spirit of compassion, came through and stayed with him and comforted him until he died. And then when he died, kind of took his form and became him. And that's when we met him in Asunder, the book. He was Cole. He didn't remember the mage whose form and name he had taken. He didn't remember that. And so he kind of believed that he was Cole and didn't fully understand why no one could see him or remember him. He would see mages locked up and suffering, though, and kind of just praying that they could die and it would be over, and so he would kill them. And in the moment that they died, they would see him, and it kind of like helped to anchor him in existence. Reese was the only mage who could see him and remember him. And then over the course of the book, people kind of learn more about Cole and more about the back memories that he had of the previous Cole. And eventually it's revealed at the end, the Lord Seeker at that point has the Litany of Adrala that we used in Origins, and says, listen, this only works against demons or spirits, because they're by nature the same thing. He's a demon. I'll prove it to you. We can use the litany on him and it will immobilize him. And he did. And Cole, for the first time, realized that he was a spirit, that this was true, that he wasn't a real person. And he ran away and eventually joined the Inquisition. And then in his quest here on this, he wanted Solus to, first of all, to bind him, like the mages, like the Warden mages were doing with demons, because he thought, listen, if you bind me, then no one else can bind me and manipulate me. Solus was like, no, absolutely not, I will not do that, but we can find you this medallion that's supposed to protect spirits. They found the medallion. It didn't work on Cole. Varric came in being like, listen, I think the reason it's not going to work on him is that he spent so much time out of the Fade, he's become too human. Something's blocking him. And so then we all made this trip out to the hinterlands. We had this big confrontation where we found the Templar, really, who was responsible for forgetting Cole, the original Cole, and leaving him to die. And Cole's like, this is it. This is exactly why. This is what's going on here. He killed me. And then he made the decision at the end of that quest, or I made the decision to be like, listen, he's going to become more human. He's made this transformation already. I'm not going to force him to change back. We're going to support him in this transformation. He's going to continue to become human and learn and grow. And so in that conversation, he was talking about the previous Cole. So yeah, there we go. Let me now go back and reread, and let me go back and read these things here, because I saw that you were typing. I just in the middle of the talk. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Oof, that sounds really rough. That's, I mean, I hope that there's something that can be done, even if it's not fusing the spine. Though, like you said, if they've already tried most other things. It didn't work. I don't know what they've done. But I hate to think that she's sitting there just in constant pain. Oh, yeah, and with the emotional trauma, for sure. I mean, theoretically, you can address that with time, counseling, whatever. Which is scary in its own way, but I feel like a different way than a spinal fusion. I don't know. Some people may be more okay with one than the other. I can believe it. I would understand that. Oh, can I not jump over the edge? Fuck you, bud. Oh. Okay. get those points. Somewhere I have a... oh, that's the war room. Oh, wait, I haven't gotten this yet. Where is it? Come here. Examine that. Cataloging Sky... Belanaris Dinanhim. Cataloging Skyhold. Elven arrow with inscription. Ah, no! Is it back? Okay, good. An arrow. Elven, of course, because who else would be this fancy with a throwaway? I've talked weapon talk with traders before, and the squiggly scratching means make you dead, or near enough. Well made. Have to be, to keep its shape since whatever ancient sod around it's from. All I know is there's centuries of knocks in the walls I have to patch. They keep an edge if they don't hit stone. Tell the men to mind their fingers. They got fresh blood on this one. From Mason Gatsy. Oh, here's a thing. Hello, Mulligan.
So, Loghain is dead. The hero of the River Dane, responsible for the deaths of so many Grey Wardens, until he became one of them. 'Tis fitting that he died in a foolhardy, if heroic fashion. That was his way.
It sounds like you two knew each other.
He attempted to have my companions and I slain during the Fifth Blight. That did not end as he expected. Still, I cannot fault his valiance, considering the end that normally awaits a Grey Warden. He did well. One thing which makes me curious, did you encounter the hero of Ferelden at Adamant Fortress?
Oh.
Was the hero of Ferelden a friend of yours?
We traveled together during the time she fought the Blight. I helped her, and she helped me. Indeed, without her, my son would never have been born.
Yeah, she convinced Loghain to
Regardless,
sleep with you.
Did you see her?
I wish I had more to tell you, but no. I don't think so.
She's not the sort of woman to fade into the background. If she was
so
there,
true.
I would have known.
Bethari would have been very loud. I love her. I love my warden so much. And maybe I should actually, like, take these letters to Cullen. Maybe I should do that. You know? The reason that I'm here. What if I did that? What if I went to go see Cullen?
I can spare some time. What do you
Have
need?
anything here?
I read your
Hawk.
tale of
Tell
the
me about
champion,
Hawk,
and I have a
actually.
few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Orsino's fate made no sense.
In the book, you say that first enchanter
He disapproves.
Orsino
He's like,
turned
don't
himself into a
don't
giant
question
monster
that.
made
Don't
of
question that.
corpses.
That didn't happen.
How? Why?
It didn't happen.
I look like an expert on magical weirdness to you.
The thing is, it didn't
I can't
actually
tell
happen.
You how. For the why, all I can
Varric
say
helped
is
him fake his death, is what's going on.
What happened to the mage who destroyed the Kirkwall charm
Anders
tree?
is fine.
The book never said.
They're all
He
chill.
fled Kirkwall with the mages from the Circle. Stayed with them a while, but he had to move on. Somehow a lot of mages blamed him for making them live
He's
as
fine.
fugitives.
Don't worry about it.
I don't know where he is now, and I don't want to know.
Don't be like that. You're friends.
There's no way Hawk really could have killed the Arishok. It would have started a war with the Kunari.
I was told later that the Kunari disavowed his actions.
I feel like
Apparently,
I've talked
the
these
Arishok
questions.
didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the Red Dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this again." As far as I can tell, that's the Qun's version of an apology.
Fenris.
Where are the rest of Hawk's
Tell me about
associates
Fenris.
now?
Meryl
No,
decided
she
to
left.
Look after the elves left homeless by the fighting. She's done a pretty good job of keeping them away from the mages and Templars. So
Hawk left to go to
she has
Adamant.
plenty of practice avoiding stupid human battles with her old Dalish clan. Fenris has kept himself busy, hunting down the Tevinter slavers who came south.
And
to cram
also
the
being
refugees.
with Hawk.
I'm not sure exactly where he is at the moment. You can usually follow the trail of corpses, though.
He is busy being
Isabella
the Blue
went back
Wraith,
to
though.
the Raiders. She's calling herself an admiral now. I don't know if she's actually in charge or just has a really big hat. Might be the same thing, honestly. Sebastian went back to Starkhaven. I'm sure he's boring all sorts of people there. Hawk's little brother was off on some warden business near
Okay,
the
I can
Anderfell
already
border last
feel
night.
it's
Aveline is still guard captain. I'm pretty sure Kirkwall would fall into the sea if she quit her job.
my earbuds just made the we're running out of power sound, so I may have to switch over to my over-the-ear headphones and hope that the sound actually works. God. Oh, you know.
Here we are again.
No, actually, I don't want to talk.
I should go.
You know where I'll be.
I have to take it back. This is the way I want to go. No, it was a good joke. That's exactly it. Hello, Cullen. How are you? What's up, my good sir? I hate to interrupt your lovely.
I wanted to thank you. When you came to see me, if there's anything, this sounded much better in my head.
I trust you're feeling better?
Yes.
Is it always that bad?
I
The
believe.
pain comes and goes.
This,
Sometimes
I
I
believe,
feel
is
as
where
if
you
I'm
start
back
the
there.
romance with him.
I should not have pushed myself so far that day.
I'm just glad you're all right.
I am. I've never told anyone what truly happened to me at Ferelden's Circle. I was not myself after that. I was angry. For years, that anger blinded me. I'm not proud of the man that made me.
Do you know what that is?
Now I can put some distance between myself and everything that happened. It's a start.
And look at this, look at this. If you tell him that he's being too hard on himself.
You're a better person than you give yourself credit for.
I appreciate the thought, but I know who I am. Anyway.
He's
I
like,
meant to
no,
thank
you
not trouble
do
you
not
further.
let me off.
You've enough to
I
worry
did
about.
shitty things,
How are you
and
holding
I
up?
don't just get to be absolved of that. And it's like, oof. How are you holding up? Here we go.
I'll feel better when we take down Corypheus.
Yeah, he definitely will not fall off.
As
He
will
will
I.
not survive that fall.
He will not elude us forever.
Come on. We can't be mean to Cullen. He's trying his best. That is very true. Can't die. You cannot die in Skyhold. It doesn't happen. Hello, my good sir.
The papers you found on the Red Lyrium smugglers were exactly what we needed. We have the location
I don't know,
of the
does
Red
it end at the
Templar's main
walls?
supply of lyrium. You'll never guess where.
Where?
Wherever it is, you seem happy about it.
I have cause. Sarnia, you've already dealt
Right.
with the Red Templars there.
That was Samson's Red Lyrium supply.
The past tense is apt. We should send some people to sift through what's left. With some luck, we can track the shipments from the quarry to Samson's headquarters.
Nice. All right, let's go do investigate Sarnia Quarry. It would be good to test that out.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor. Josie.
I turned aside that shipment for good reason.
That's what I told Lothorian, but he wasn't pleased.
How many outfits does one man need? Next time he should go through the Merchants Guild.
Oh,
And
hello.
what else did Lady Forsythia say?
Finally.
That she'd rather drown herself than help the Inquisition.
Anything else?
She said she'd have us flogged alive if we allied with her brother.
That does sound like her.
Cheer up, Josie. We at least have her attention.
You always do find the brighter side of things.
I love the fact that between the two of them, Liliana's
We are
the
in the midst of
optimist.
cementing an alliance with Lady Forsythia of Nevada, your worship. It's become a somewhat delicate task.
Can I do anything to help negotiations?
Thank you, but I believe I have matters in hand. I dissuaded her from sending soldiers when she learned we'd struck an accord with a brother she's feuding with. Lady Forsythia simply employs a colorful manner of speech.
Dealing with so many demanding, strong-willed people
Josie?
can't be easy.
Josie?
It's no less intense than my
You're an
days at
angel
court,
and we're
Inquisitor,
thrilled you're
I assure
here.
you. But I confess I do miss my staff from the embassy in Antiva. It was always useful to discuss the day's visitors with them.
Hey, discuss it with me.
I have time if you'd like to review things with me.
I wouldn't wish to impose.
If it were imposing,
Josie.
I wouldn't have offered.
Well, I admit there are a few potential
Josie
alliances it would be
did
good
spend
to
a
discuss.
little bit of time as a bard, as we're gonna learn in her quest line
Right
here.
on the parlor
Maybe not
floor.
here,
In front of everyone.
but
the
at a
Sera.
certain point, she does mention it.
Who does such a thing in front of their guests?
So she knows about it and
the
is...
Duke of Tellington,
Heck,
apparently.
she has the skills
And then there's Cole's lurking. It frightens our guests
to do
half
it,
to
but
death.
she doesn't really
Lord
have the
Gennard
taste for it.
still won't respond to our letters. And Sera, can she not find a single overshirt without mustard stains on it? Then there's Dorian. The man refuses to take anything seriously unless it suits its whim. Not to mention... Oh goodness. Have we been here an hour already?
I do want a Phoebus.
It went by so quickly, I didn't even notice.
You're far too polite. I didn't intend to go on for so long. You must think me quite the gossip.
Josie! Josie! You need the break! You are allowed to vent your frustrations! You don't have to spend all of your time fixing things for other people. You can take time for yourself.
You've been working continually since I met you, Josephine.
And that can't stop. I must be going.
Josie!
But I leave feeling less troubled than I have in weeks.
Josie, please let me be your best friend. One of these days, I swear I'm gonna marry her. Right? I'm gonna marry Josephine. The war room. My bedroom's right above the war room. No, you do not. Josie, you can romance as either male or female. Cassandra, you have to be a guy for.
How do you stay so civil with everyone, Josephine?
Bonds of circumstance among the nobility are fickle. Civility is the only constant everyone admires.
One of these days you'll get
And
one.
I don't deplore rudeness in those who know better.
Does it even become a strain sometimes?
Well, it can be trying. There is no shortage of self-regard among the nobility. The game can be wearying, discouraging, and extremely baneful. But honestly, I'd miss meeting people. I've made the most fascinating friends.
One good thing about becoming Inquisitor has been meeting so many different people.
I'm pleased. I imagine we appear a strange bunch to those outside our circle. Mages, Templars, Seekers, and an apostate elf are not often found working in harmony. Or at all.
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
Okay, great. Let's go. Maybe. I could think of worse things to be. Honestly. Right. We have...
Did you see the message I sent? Yes, thank you.
thing is, I don't think I want most of these things. Do I want a 5% increase in experience points, or do I want a second tier of focus ability? I don't use the focus abilities that much. I feel like I can wait on that one. I kind of feel like it should be, I mean, like I could spend it. Oh shit, there's also this. Yeah. Cassandra is the one that you have to be a guy for. Josie, you can be either. Let's see. I think there are only 3 female romance options. Is it just Josephine, Cassandra, and Sera, I think. I feel like I'm missing someone, but those may be it. No, Cassandra is definitely the one that you have to be a guy for. Josie? Yeah, there's I mean, those are the guys, yes. I'm trying to think of the ladies that you can romance. There maybe just be 3. Josie, Cassandra, and Sera. Josie, you can romance as whoever. Cassandra, you have to be a guy. Sera, you have to be a girl. Yeah, that may just be the only ones. And then there are a lot of guys you can romance. I don't think I mean, Liliana you can't romance in this game. I'm gonna get this one. No, I mean, Cullen. Cullen is the guy with the delirium addiction. That's what you mean. Yes, Cullen. Let's locate recent Evangeline. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna send Liliana.
Let's see what we have.
So it's not working. Okay. Good to know.
Inquisitor.
How very vexing. Mistress Pauline has been sentenced to provide relief to the people of Sarnia who suffered because of her alliance with the Red Templars. She has purchased supplies for the town, but is having difficulty moving them up the river. She's asked the Inquisition for aid. I could divert some of our couriers there. Better this relief arrive in bits and pieces than not at all. Cullen says we could hire a brace of wagons and send guards to transport the supplies up to Sarnia. It'll be slower but safer. And she says, Orlesian guilds rely on this quarry. I will appeal to their business sense and they will lend us boats to move the supplies upriver. No.
At your service.
Yeah. It would appear so. Well, that's vexing. Well, I think we're gonna have to leave and come back and talk to Josie. So what else can we do while we're waiting? Cradle of Sullivan. What? Okay, well, eventually we'll have to do that. I don't want to go to Crestwood. Nope, we're not doing that one yet. All right. We're not going to do that one. We're going to go to the Exalted Plains. We're gonna do that one. Actually, let's go to that one first. Listen to Varric's tales for sure, for sure, for sure. World map. Here we go. Hello? Let's go talk to the elves. Right? I'm gonna take the same group. Take my boys. I'm gonna take the lads. It's a family outing. Varric flicks. Listen, I would pay that subscription. I would like Varric Plus. I would pay that. I would love to listen to Varric's stories for hours on end. I love it. I don't know.
Welcome again, friend.
What else do we need? What do we need? What do we need? What would you like? Got anything else? Hello? Exactly.
Please, if you see my brother out there, tell him to return to camp.
Yeah, I will. I don't know where he is. Do we have any business?
Welcome again, friend.
Is there nothing else that I can get for you? Where's the keeper? There's Keeper Hawan. Let's save real quick. I want to try and convince him.
It's good to see you again.
One of your clan wishes to join the Inquisition.
You may continue to wish. I will not let Lorena leave with you. Not when I'm uncertain of your intentions. Another time.
Don't know if talking about that is going to influence it at all. I'm just listen. We're not gonna risk it. I have not talked to him.
Creators. If human soldiers come across the Golden Hala, they will certainly kill her.
I've heard of a Golden Hala. You call it Hanal Gilan, the Pathfinder.
You've heard the legend. I'm amazed. Yes. Some of us believe she comes to the people in times of great need. Goodbye then.
Okay, can I find this damn Hala?
It's good to see you again.
Nope.
Another time.
This is one of the most tedious quests in the game. Yeah, exactly. I have to find this Hala and herd it back towards the Dalish encampment. Is that it? Exactly. You know what? That's it. Got it. Go this way. Please, 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 please. Oh, hell yeah! Do you know how much time I've spent on this? In other save files? That's it.
Look, already she makes herself known to the others. She knows she's meant to be here. Thank you, Lethalan. I will never be able to express my gratitude.
Yeah! Good job, us. It's an old, tried and true quest format. There. So what else have we got here? Exalted Plains. What if we have that one? What if we do that one? Where is Valerie? Okay, we'll go there. No! That's so upsetting. Oh, no. I bet I'd be super pissed. That sounds like one of the most irritating things in the world. Hey, exalted plains, why are there so many dead people? That's not what I want. Why are there so many dead people here? Why are there demons around here as well? Why are there so many awful things? I don't want to fight any of them. Agitation, I'll go away. Oh no. Why? Why this? What's up, my dude?
They did it. I can't believe they retook the ramparts. Maybe if we got word to the Marshal. But Fort Reverson surrounded by undead and locked down.
Yeah, I already did it.
What's happened here?
It started when those freemen showed up. It must be magic. But the
Yeah,
freemen
okay,
are
I
just
already did it. Don't worry
I
about
should
it.
be going.
Don't even fucking worry about it. Another side, another story. Okay, alright, I see you, Kingdom Hearts reference. Other side, another story. Rygar, I'll be gone by the time you get back. Heading to Leeds. Join me as soon as you can. I've left some supplies in the hollow of the old tree, the one near the ruin. Should be enough to pay someone to take you to the city. Be safe, Father. Is he dead? Is Valoran dead? Please tell me Valoran's not dead. No! No! Valoran's journal is stained with blood. This was good airflow, exactly. And Amalian keeps telling me I have to be patient. Finheadis. I'm almost 17. I have my Valisleen. I'm ready to learn more than simple spells. Keeper Howen will be sorry he ever doubted me. Stories say the ruin's not far from where we're camped. I don't care what Taniel says. Getting Lindarane's talisman will prove to the Keeper that I'm ready to be first. If it's really as protected as Taniel believes, I'll just have to break through the wards. Even if I can't do it myself, I know what. Veil's thin here. None of the other hunters were brave enough to go into the Shem war zone, but here I am. It has to work here. I know it will. The Valisleen is the tattoos that the Dalish have on their faces. It means blood writing. It is kind of the rite of passage into adulthood, and all of the Dalish have it. They're usually
to summon a demon.
There are a whole bunch of designs, and they're each one is associated with a particular elephant god. You're welcome. I love my knowledge coming in handy. Can I? Yeah.
Please, if you see my brother out there, tell him to return to camp.
I'm sorry, but I found your brother.
What? What do you mean, sorry? Where is he? No, he's not.
I have his belongings.
Is this all that's left? Did you learn nothing else?
Yay!
He was brave.
Dorian
trying to
slightly
reclaim a relic of
disapproves.
the Dalish.
I know.
Come on.
I always knew he was brave and clever. Didn't have to prove himself. The clan loves him. Howin loves him. I wish he'd understood that. Thank you for bringing me the news. It's better than not knowing.
I'm glad we helped them.
I'm glad we helped them too.
Welcome again, friend.
I don't believe it. You convinced the Keeper.
Yeah, that
I
is
can join
good.
the Inquisition if I wish.
Keeper Howen has given you permission to join the Inquisition.
He has. I'll report to your camp in the south if that's all right.
Carry on, Agent.
Go for it, my dude. I am glad that all went well, and that it was slightly more organized chaos. Yeah. I wanted to wrap up some missions here, and there were some really easy ones that I could knock out. What do we got here? Another side, another no. I'm not actually gonna do any of this. I'm done with those now. We're not doing the Fallow Mire. I don't care about that. I don't want to do that. We're not going to the Frostback Basin quite yet. What's in the hinterlands? Nothing useful. That was the wiki coming along. It is... Well... Yeah, the table mod is, yeah. Oh well, it is what it is. Do we have anything on the Storm Coast? Keep the Darkspawn down some more. On the other hand... How would we feel about fighting a dragon? I think this is the second most powerful dragon. I kind of want to fight a dragon. I think it would be good for me. Let's do that. Actually, Cullen is ready. We should report back in and go talk to him about that. Let's kill a dragon and then go talk to Cullen about the red lyrium. Trust me, there's plenty more dragons. I will not kill them all before the PowerPoint. We've already killed one of them. We killed the one in the hinterlands already. I'm just gonna knock this buddy out. And I'll have the PowerPoint. I just feel like I need this, you know?
Inquisitor.
I'm gonna have some me time. Some fun dragon killing time.
Of course, Durin's theory of high dragon behavior is absurd, but... Oh, yes? Did you need something?
First of all, I found your supplies.
I have the supplies you were waiting for right here.
Now that I have my recipes back, I'll be able to concoct a bait the high dragon cannot resist. I have most of what I need, but I still need to gather quillback intestines and a phoenix's tail feather.
I have them.
1 tail feather and 1 batch of intestines, as requested.
My friend, you are invaluable. I will certainly note your assistance in my monograph on the High Dragon. I will attempt to lure her out as soon as my background research is complete. Mistakes could be deadly.
It'll be
The
fine.
ancient Tevinters wrote volumes
Oh,
on the
so we
study
can't
of
kill it
dragons.
yet?
I believe they had a laboratory in this desert. If only their work had not been lost. Truly, the Blights set the field of draconology back centuries. Deplorable.
I love this guy!
You study dragons. I'd be
Tell me
interested
about
in
it.
hearing
Tell
more
me
about
all
that.
about your special interest, my dude.
Oh, they are fascinating and little understood creatures. Thought extinct for centuries.
So many.
Now they seem to be making a...
But it means that I get to keep talking to
The
Frederick.
Nevarrans wrote extensively on breeding and nesting behavior, but high dragon hunting patterns have never been studied. I would be most interested if you come across any Gurn corpses that might be victims of dragon attacks.
Okay, alright. Well, I gotta go.
We'll have to speak some other time.
I gotta go now. I love him so much. I have to do all of that. Okay. Alright. Okay. You know what? Sure. Why not? Can I get up that way? It's the easiest way. Probably here and then just go across that way. I think that's probably it. It's probably going to be the easiest way to get in. I love Frederick so much. He's like my favorite person. I have perhaps seen a flaw in my plan. That appears to be solid rock. Okay, well. You guys got that. Thank you. Hello? Let me get in. Let me in! Do I have to go up that way? No. This is so infuriating. Oh, is this the fucked up place? Wait. Wait, do I get to go through the fucked up place? That could be fun. No, fuck that. Fuck that noise. I feel like I've been in here. That's a horrible little... Yeah! So this is fun. This is a fun place here. This is gonna be a really fun time. And definitely not at all.
So the Venatori want to keep us out. Shall we disappoint them?
Yeah, of course we will. Hey, what's up, my dude? Here we go. A preserved letter found on the body of a messenger. Beloran, you were right to doubt. Hiladius will not be swayed. If this letter was sent, then it is sealed. Send aid. From Sarpedon. Whoops. Well... So some bad shit is here. I think. Something not great. Hopefully. I would love to kill the dragon. I just gotta... Frederick, we have to go through Frederick's little hoops in order to be able to lure a dragon out. And I had forgotten that there are so many fucking steps to this one. But it means that I get to keep talking to this delightful little nerd, so, you know. Also get to go into the Still Ruins, which is... Oh no, my sound is gone. Okay, give me 2 seconds. A tolerable lesion, right? It's honestly super impressive. Pew, pew, pew. So, this is weird. Let me... Can we hear some sound, please? I would love some sound. Can you all hear sound? Have y'all got anything? Okay, that's good. I just can't hear sound. Oh, you cannot? Oh yeah, there's nothing. Okay. All right, cool. Well, save. Hold, please. Let me pause this real quick while I restart some shit. Give me 2 seconds. Well, a little bit longer than 2 seconds. Hopefully not longer than 30. Be right back. Alrighty then. Now, how's the game audio? Is that too high? No, the game audio is about where I usually like to have it. I realize I didn't check that. Let's slow this bitch back up. No game audio? There we go. There we go. Got it. That was muted. Okay, so that should be fixed. I don't know if the mods are working. A short letter accompanied by a map of the western approach. Several areas have been circled. Lucanus. The references are obscure, but they point to a single power, sealed at the height of the Old Empire. Tevinter's involvement in the region predates the First Blight. Detailed accounts of the location are non-existent, but there are some promising leads. You will be provided with men and supplies. Do not return empty-handed. They're frozen. Like, mid-attack. Look at these guys. They're frozen.
You're shitting me. You're sure these demons aren't moving?
Everything's frozen. I don't think this was the Venatori.
No. I'd say some ancient Tevinter decided to alter time. I'm surprised it didn't go better.
You don't sound surprised, Dorian. Yeah. Exactly. I love Dorian so much. Favorite person. It's like, no, really? Look at all this. Some shit. Oh, look! Look at that. See, this is where it gets really impressive. Like, look at this. You can literally see. Look at that. The ceiling is frozen mid-collapse. God. It's so spooky. Okay, now this is something I want to... No, I actually have to use coal. Some doors, I believe, you can use magic and just blast open. Look at that. Responsible blood magic. Let me correct you, apprentice. While it is true that blood magic is woven through the history of Tevinter, there are good reasons, quite aside from the Chantry sermons, that such arts are now frowned upon. Consider the ancient magisters who once attempted to map the Fade itself. A worthy goal, perhaps, but a costly one. When their spells exhausted their lyrium supply, the magisters spilled the blood of countless slaves. To what end? The shifting nature of the Fade made the effort futile, and so much death left the magisters open to possession by demons. Wasteful! Some still idolize Tirana of the Rock, who used blood magic against the Kunari during the Steel Age. They say she cut her flesh on the shore of Marnus Pel as the dreadnought sailed in, turned her spells against their crews, and boiled the very blood in their veins. A terrifying display, to be sure, but against Kunari, it only made them more determined when they besieged the ports of Carastes. And what of Magister Calanthus, that fool who believed he could make himself the Ascended Man with blood magic? 33 slaves died in that rite, and Calanthus became an abomination so horrific that his apprentices tore out their eyes at the sight of him. You quote the examples of the lovers Crescens and Seraphinian. Yes, Seraphinian offered his blood to cure Crescens of her wasting disease, and Crescens lived a long life. But if the noblest use of blood magic still calls for the death of a good man, is that not enough reason to reconsider? Letter from Magister Aesthea to her apprentice in 771 Storm. Apparently. Which, oh, look, mosaic piece. We will take that, thank you. I will take this. This place is creepy as shit. Why are there statues of griffins? Actually, not a lot about this. Can I just jump? Can I jump down there? Not gonna let me. Not a lot about this makes sense because I'm pretty sure. Didn't they say that Tevinter's involvement in this region predates the First Blight? How are there writings from?
The texts describe a chamber. This must be it.
Oh. Okay. Well, let's kill these guys. Hey guys, how are you? Oh, that's Lucanus. I heard about you. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Why must you be like this? Let me make sure that Cole has the most powerful things he can possibly have. Give him something better than that. Oh, look at that. Night Slayer? What if we put the Night Slayer there? Because. Just because. No reason. I'm gonna stash most of these things into. Let me make sure that Bull has the most powerful thing he can use. He does not. We can give Bull something more powerful now. So now we can destroy that. I need to go back and store these things in the thingamawhatsit. Yeah, none of these things are good. Just gonna get rid of these. No reason. Literally no reason whatsoever. I simply have to hoard things.
He was carrying this stone for a reason.
The markings on it. I've heard of keystones that bear the same.
Keep searching. There may be more.
There are definitely more. Get in here. Hello? Hello? Gotta destroy. Oh, that's a. Excuse me. It's a keystone. Great. That's a thing. If I hear another of them, I need. Excuse me, though. I need to get this chest. Need to get this chest. No! Could my connection stop being so horrible, please?
Dorian, you said I could ask you questions.
It's true. I did say that.
Why are you so angry at your father? He wants to help, and you know he does, but...
I'm not certain I can explain it to you.
You love him, but you're angry. They mix together, boiling in the belly until it kneads into a knot.
Sometimes love isn't enough, Cole.
Oh, that's sad, actually. No, it's probably on my end. Okay, I'm delayed now, so hopefully you... No, it may be stuttering still. Yeah. Okay, well, that's good. That's something at least. Well, it's not... it's not normal for me. Oh, there's the manuscript. Great, I've gotten the thing that Fred wrote. Wait, there's still shit in here. That's good. It's still not great on my end. So, here's hoping it stays the same for you guys. It stays good. Scrawled notes accompany several complex diagrams. Theoretically, it should be possible to draw energy from the Fade itself. While I will not discount the obvious dangers, such risks can be circumvented through use of a proper channel. Once the channel is stable, we should be able to manipulate the energy to our will. The power gains would be beyond measure. At this time, theory will take us no further. If my hypothesis proves true, it will be an achievement unrivaled by any in history that will all but ensure the immortality of the Imperium. How'd that one work out for you? I'm just curious, how'd that one work out for you? Ugh. No. Let me try and refresh mine too. Yeah, I don't love the delay. Yeah, that's a delay there, all right. Damn. Oh, these guys killed him. Oh, no, they killed him. A few hastily written notes are scrawled below increasingly perplexing diagrams. Blood to start, then from the channel itself. The slave trader had 6 strong enough for the task. Preparations are in place. Sarpedon will call one final meeting. I must speak to the others in advance. Yeah. That doesn't look good. So my internet connection is just low-key kind of shit in the bed right now. Oh, I don't want to destroy that one. I want to destroy this one. I want to destroy that one. Oh, but it's so pretty. Look at the... Oh, no, it's so gorgeous. Will you look at that staff? What else does my boy have? Oh, he has the bee stick. Yeah, no, that's better than anything I can... Oh, Bloodwake is kind of better. But it doesn't have bees, so I'm afraid I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. We're just going to have to destroy the beautiful staff. I'm sorry. I don't want to. Oh my god, that's literally appalling. That is so bad. I hate it. 2-minute lag? Appalling. Literally unplayable. Hey, real quick, Comcast, why is your internet so shitty? Oh, that's good. That, let me refresh mine real quick. Let's see how this does for me. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, that's not bad. A series of disturbing diagrams is followed by a personal note. Sarpedon would cast doubt on our work here. I expected no less. He is Baloran's man. If he thinks to deter me, he will not succeed. Who accomplished anything through such fretting and hesitance? Let him be placated by his pointless precautions. If he wishes to question the validity of my theories, perhaps he should look more closely at his own. That's so true! They have no incentive to improve. How the fuck am I supposed to be taking this thing? Oh, there's another of the— oh no, he's falling! Oh no! Where am I supposed to be taking this thing? I legitimately do not know. I'm gonna save here in case. I know. Oh, that—
is this what they were after?
That doesn't
I'd be careful with that if I were you. Just a thought.
No, I get it. Listen, it's the something about the swirling sphere of blood around it that it's giving me just the tiniest bit of pause. Journal on certain experiments. The journal lies open on its final entry. Oh, wow. Palladius ignores all results that do not support his own hypotheses, brushing them off as anomalies and expected deviations. Do it. He posits that there will be an acceleration in the channel's creation, and will no doubt test the theory without guaranteeing a secure channel can even be maintained. I have argued the inherent risks, the catastrophic tear in the veil that will result from such foolishness, but he has the others convinced. He grants only a sneering permission to conduct countermeasures in the event of failure. If I am correct, the only course of action will be to redirect the resulting power into sealing the event itself. The odds of survival are less than ideal, but the surrounding lands will be preserved. Yeah. Yeah, if I take this, everything unfreezes. Yay! I got it. Yeah, this doesn't look good. This looks really bad, in fact. So this guy here was all like, listen, this shit's gonna go so south. And this guy is not paying attention to this at all. He's taking no precautions. So I've set this thing up so that when, not if, the shit hits the fan, the entire place will be sealed and we almost certainly will not survive. But at least it won't destroy literally everything around it. And so that looks like it's exactly what happened. They set off this experiment trying to draw power from the Fade itself. They lost control of it, and this guy's countermeasures froze everything. When it all went bad, the veil tore, demons poured through, but they managed to freeze everything and prevent them from destroying the world around. So, no. Listen, I'm just gonna have to do my gosh darned best, you know? Let's take the staff. What could possibly go wrong? I love the absolutely ominous sphere of levitating blood. Let's go for it. Tempest. Cool. Yeah, that didn't at all go badly.
I think time's flowing again.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's all free.
Oh god, there's a boy right there! Hey, what if I just let them kill each other out there? Can I just let them kill each other? Oh, there's a boy! There's a boy right there! I will have to seal that rift in there. Good thing I was the one to bust time back open, because I have a way of sealing the veil. Alright, let's do this. Exactly. It's a lesser terror. It's not even that bad. Oh, look at that! Oh, there's another boy right here. Did you just pop into existence right here? Here are the boys. Here are the boys. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. There was definitely another pal somewhere around here. There was another terror. There was another terror in here. Oh, he died. Exactly, yeah. All of this shit has fallen. Okay, great. Good to know. These guys are so dead. The demons just tore them straight apart. Alright, let's go in here. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, all the shit's collapsed. Will you look at that? There was a demon over here. Do not see him anymore. Oh, they did. They got killed by the falling rocks. Let's go. Don't worry. It's just a fade rift. It's just a fade rift. Y'all act as though we've never. Oh, it's a greater terror. Okay, well, that's fine. Y'all act as though we've never faced a little rift before. No, let's maybe not. Let's not hit me with the ice. That's not nice. I'd run. Yeah, exactly. Can I? Where is this bitch? There it is. Yeah. Ready? Let me come up. Let me go up on top of here so I can get a nice little angle from above. This guy here. Listen, I just don't think it's that bad, guys. Like, listen, it's not that bad. See? The hinterlands was worse.
It's done.
Well, I'm rather sick of this place. You?
Nah, I'm fine.
The damn demons can stay frozen.
Nah, let's not do that. It's not gonna leave it for Sure, why not? Oh, look, this place has come all the way down, huh? I'm sure these things won't have any effect on the future. Naturally! It do be like that. Oh, that... I don't like that. Well, I have an operation to investigate. Oh, there's a mosaic piece. Investigate the ancient laboratory, which is definitely very cool. All right, Frederick. Oh no, I have to do the fucking Gurn shit. Let's travel here real quick. Oh, I only have to get 4? Okay. I didn't need to come all the way out here then. Ah, okay. Shard. Where? Where? not a good thing to have on a fortress. It should, you're right. That should exist. That should be a thing. I don't like the noises that I'm hearing.
Perhaps we should search about a bit.
I'm searching. Can I get the others just here? Let's just go here.
To sending the High Dragon flowers, I suppose.
Dorian. Exactly. Just finish it. Oh. Okay, we got some Veneto. Now, I don't have the best stats in the world for fighting this particular dragon. But, you know, we'll just do what we have to. Oh no, not Beautify escaping. It's true. Probably have a cold staff somewhere in my inventory, and this is one of the reasons it's so important to carry. What? What? It's where now? To get what? Oh, I hate you. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? Or are you joking me right now? Are you joking me? Alright. What kind of bullshit climbing do I have to do here? Wow. Yeah, that's pretty damn tall. How? How? Still pissed about this. Where? How? 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 Do I get up that way? Is it this way? What the fuck? Who's making that noise? Oh, oh. Oh, that's better. Hello. 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 No! God's fucking shit balls. Son of a bitch dick.
Climb that thing. Climb that nasty thing. Climb it.
Thank you.
Here for you. Look like you're having trouble.
I was!
I motivated.
What?
This is my victory.
What? No, what's going? What? There's little guys. What the fuck? There's a little guy there. There's a little guy. There's a little. What? I don't think there is. Is there a difference? West Hill brandy. No, it's a black currant with a honeysuckle finish. Also, tastes like brandy. Love that. It was a fucking Bottles of Thetis quest? Are you serious? There are little people here, though. What the fuck? Stop. Are you seeing this? I don't think I've ever been up here. That's baffling to me. I don't understand. I don't get the difference. What? I want to fight those guys. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. I don't want to fight you. Go away. Go away. Go away. Fuckers. Okay. Alright. You're clearly... Oh, okay. I can't believe that's Phone Mom already. Gentlemen, leave the wardens to their work. Concentrate on efforts on the dragon. Service. Stop. Oh, there's more guys. Wild. I literally don't know what that... I don't know. That's so weird. Didn't know there was a difference. Hello. All right. Frederick! I brought you the materials you needed. Where are you? Where are you, my darling?
Inquisitor.
My beautiful, sweet nerd. I brought you the things that you need.
After more than 30 days, I have yet to observe the abyssal high dragon. Yes? Can I assist you?
I've spotted several dragon signs around the approach.
Not really. It was just a...
I don't suppose you noted the wound pattern. No matter, I'll look into that later. Andrast is mercy. From what I can tell, the dragon has been moving east and will be scouring the wastes next.
But
naturally, the dragon's hunting ground is full of miscreants. White Claw raiders.
Buddy.
They've covered the area in traps, for Maker only knows. Really.
Oh my god.
Quite a mess.
Okay, well...
I found this manuscript on dragons in an ancient Tevinter laboratory. Will it help you?
What remarkable diagrams. Are these chambers of the draconic heart?
It was just an item that
could
was...
read the script. Do you perhaps know a linguist? Or a Tevinter historian?
Dorian!
Don't look at me. Nobody's spoken that form of Tevene in 700 years.
I don't.
Okay,
but the Inquisition
but like,
might.
do you know where I can find an expert? Could you help me? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all.
I'm always glad of the company of
a fellow scholar. Okay, well, clearly we're not going to fight a dragon tonight. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not upset. It's up there. Oh, I see, I see, I see. It's true. I don't speak Ancient Tevene, though. But please believe me when I say I would genuinely, and I mean this without a hint of irony, I would love to study Ancient Tevene. I genuinely mean it. I would love nothing more. I would be fucking thrilled. Where were your twaps? Oh, there's a twap. Destroy that. It would be so good! Oh, there's a pal. Oh, there's another pal! Great. I would love it so— oh no, Vargas. Okay. I have been known to wear glasses, but only ones with fake glass in them, simply because they make me feel a bit clever, in the immortal words of Doctor Who. Because I don't actually need glasses. Oh, fuck off! Only if I'm feeling really fancy. Mostly it's like, let me... let me get a bunch of tea and a bunch of snacks, very unhealthy snacks, and kind of hole myself up, in the past at least, traditionally, either in my room, making just like a little hoard of snacks and goodies around me, or finding a room in the library. Oh, that's what that is, yeah. But it's so important that I have not actively studied— well, okay, I am in fact studying Mandarin right now, but not in any kind of formal way. I have not formally studied a language since I was in school. Where's the last one? Stop breaking shit! Excuse me, sir. Stop breaking shit. You're so inconvenient. I'm trying to find these fucking... I'm at... hold, please. Where's my Duolingo? What's my streak? When I finish today's lesson, which I have not done yet, I will be on day 1107. It is an app for learning languages. A great deal of those days, I got, because I'm not far into Mandarin yet, the majority of those days were when I was trying to study Irish, without a whole lot of success. Where the fuck is the last trap? So I just, you know, I just don't know much yet. Gentlemen, your mistakes are beginning to distress me. I told you to take the equipment and leave the research team alive. Perhaps you don't know the difference between life and death? If you cock this up again, I'll be happy to demonstrate the distinction for you in detail. Service. Okay, he has a way with words. Guy is eloquent. Oh no! That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. I attempted to, because the thing is, the only languages that I still...
Must grind your gristle, the Elder One is some crazy Vint asshole,
one.
huh?
I'm not thrilled to discover we should take those old legends at face value.
Guess he thinks the modern Imperium is a real letdown, too.
Why wouldn't he? Tevinter once covered all Thedas, its glory only matched by its depravity. It'd be like Koslan showing up and learning the Qunari didn't conquer the world after all.
Yes. Priesthood's been trying to explain that one for centuries.
It's actually not that bad. It takes a little getting used to, but it's not that bad. In fact, I love languages to learn the writing system. I love that for me. Where the fuck is the last trap? I love the fact that the map is just like in this general area. It's just around here, you know? Just find it, you know? Like, just find it. Are you joking me? Are you joking me right now? Right. See, that's just another alphabet. It's kicking my ass in that, it's just a lot of characters to memorize. Where the fuck is the trap? So upset about this. Where is it? Where is it? Where the fuck is it? No, I was not able to get to the table quests. You know what? I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna hit this with a fresh brain. Look at that. Look at that right there. Fine. Anyway, the only languages that I studied when I was in school are dead languages. And so at one point I did actually try and start the Duolingo course for Latin. And it pissed me off so fucking much. Because it would consistently mark me wrong for not using their specific word order.
Inquisitor.
Oh!
Inquisitor, I must speak
They would
with you.
consistently mark me wrong
What
for
is
not
it?
using the specific word order, and I'm like...
I must explain something first about the Montiliers'
About
fortunes.
Latin, is that...
My family made their fortune as traders in Antiva.
You can
until
change
a
the
scandal
word.
exiled us from Orlais
not like
some ages ago. It's devastated our finances. The Montiliers have, in fact, been in debt for over 100 years.
I had no idea your family's situation was so precarious.
I really
Hardly anyone outside the family does. For generations, we've
It was
done
one of the
everything
things that
to
our
keep
parents were
creditors
very,
at bay.
very adamant that we
Sold our
learn.
lands to stave off interest.
So I studied it for,
It's just...
in total,
It is infuriating
over 10
to see
years.
my family still reduced to this. I'm to become head of our house. If I sell any more of our land, my family will become destitute. That cannot be my legacy to them.
Is there anything I can do?
I'd almost solved our problems.
My aunt
For
is
a
also
while.
a Latin.
I negotiated a chance to reinstate the Montiliers as landed traders in Orlais. We could rebuild with that. But when I dispatched paperwork to Val Royaux, just learned my carriers were murdered. And the documents restoring my family's trading status destroyed.
What?
Do you have any idea who murdered them?
Leliana made inquiries that bore success. Comte Boisvert, a nobleman in Valroyot, claims to know who killed my messengers. He has a request that you come when I meet him, so he's seen publicly conferring with you.
What will being seen with me gain the Comte?
The Comte will drop hints at parties he's to meet with an important visitor. Allies and rivals will take note. Once he's met you, there will be speculation. The Comte will subtly spin reports to his advantage. He will use us. But if he knows who killed my people, I ask that we indulge him.
Listen.
If that's what it takes to get to the bottom of this, I'll meet this Comte with you.
Thank you, Inquisitor. It means...
So we are getting her personal quest now.
I must know who killed my couriers just to harm my family.
We don't have time to finish it, but we're getting it. Let me at least check the war table and see if it's true. Like, you know what? Don't have to scream now. Let me check and see if the war table missions are going quickly. Get this here. Inquisitor, Evangeline and I owe you our freedom and indeed our very lives. I'm greatly saddened to hear what happened at the Conclave. I had truly hoped for a peaceful end to this conflict, and the death of so many good people is a tragedy. Our own investigation took us to renegade Templars using a strange new red form of lyrium. I'm chagrined that they were powerful enough to subdue us, although your agents tell us that these red Templars serve as shock troops for the enemy, who has had both mages and Templars dancing to his tune. Evangeline and I need to recover from our wounds, and our presence at Skyhold will only cause tension with the rebel mages you brought into the Inquisition. Once we are healed, we would be honored to serve. Yours, Reese, Senior Enchanter, Aquitarians. There is a note below, presumably added by Cole. I asked you not to do this. I was upset until it saved them. This is good. Yay. Got them. What's this? Mistress Pauline's supplies have reached Sarnia. Food and clothing are being divided among the populace according to need. And thanks, the town has given the Inquisition several tons of their best granite as building material. Nice! Then investigate Sarnia Quarry. While searching the quarry, my people found a letter from Samson about his red lyrium armor. It troubles me. Please see me when you have a moment to spare. Great. Exactly. Definitely Fallout New Vegas. Inquisitor, my, how things have changed. When we first arrived at Skyhold, we would have been lucky to have the elite of Halam Shiral even acknowledge our presence. Now that we've occupied Suladan Keep and can no longer be ignored, a group of merchants and noblemen have approached me with a proposal. They say that since the Inquisition is currently better placed to keep order in the Dales than even the Imperial throne, they would like to set up a consortium of sorts. An Inquisition ambassador at their side will, according to them, aid communication and allow us to keep their interests safe even as they promote ours. It's worth considering, your worship. From Josephine. Yep, it's working. Yeah, do it. That went splendidly. Naturally, these worthies of Orlais wanted nothing more than to be given everything while providing nothing in return, but I set the record straight. If they want our assistance in supporting their efforts to restore the war-torn Dales, they'll need to show some deference to our agents and ensure that any troop movements and trade efforts the Inquisition makes in the Dales are given the highest priority. All it took was a bit of negotiation and a few subtle threats. They sent along some lovely gifts to show their appreciation for your presence at Skyhold, and the consortium should ensure that any attempts we make to gather coin in the future are that much easier. Exactly, yeah. Okay, well... we'll deal with these things later. Oh, there's so much shit I have to get done. Alright, well, this is fine. But at least I know that... So, I hit launch on... Okay. Finish doing this so that I can save. Great. We're gonna exit the menu. We're gonna be done for today. I hit launch on the Frosty Mod Manager and in the EA launcher, at one right after the other. So it's good to know that even if it doesn't technically pop up from the Mod Manager, if I hit them both, I can still get the mods to work. Okay, so that's the key. Good to know. Let's see who's online right now. Oh, like no one. No one's online right now. No one's online right now. Okay. I don't know enough about things to do that. I know nothing about. Anyone got any recommendations for someone to raid? Because no one I follow is streaming right now. Ooh, okay. All right. Love the name already. Let's take a quick look here. Mass Effect. Already loving that. Oh wow. There's it's a much bigger stream than I would normally jump into. I mean, that's fine. I can do that. Huh. Okay. Let's do it. And it is Mass Effect, which I do love. So that'll be good. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, I've got nothing else. I don't have to scream, so that's good. We have started Josie's personal quest. That's at least something. I got pretty much nothing else. We're gonna play Stardew on Friday. It's just the same old. We're probably still gonna be doing side quests next week for Dragon Age, just because I really, really want to continue to knock these out before I go to the Arbor Wilds. But maybe after that, then we'll start moving the plot ahead. Yes, we're looking for money makers. I'm gonna try and set myself alarms to actually do some research on that and try and start making some money. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go possibly go get something to eat. Everyone, go get lots of rest. Make sure you get up regularly, stretch out your hamstrings. They're attached to your back. Don't fuck up your back. Go up and down the stairs a couple of times. And make sure to drink plenty of water. And thanks for hanging out. It was very good. We got some shit done. Not necessarily the shit that I was planning to, but some shit. So, excellent. Hold on real quick. Definitely do also stretch your arms, especially if you, like me, lie in bed and hold your phone over your face. Just you stretch your forearms out. Because odds are pretty good that they're under some strain. All right, so hold on for a second. We're going to go raid and watch some Mass Effect. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be back on Friday. Good night.